All right, folks, welcome back to Dustin Disc. We're here at the back nine now at the University of Mobile. On the front nine, I think I shot 5 under, so doing pretty good so far, but the back 10's definitely more difficult from what I remember. And again, things have changed since I've been here last time, so not really sure what we'll encounter. But anyway, if you haven't watched the front nine, please go check that out first, and then come on back to this one. Again, I also did my first disc golf commentary gig, so that's going to be posted down below in the description as well. And yeah, let's get underway here on the back nine. It's going to be somewhere between 260 and 280 here for hole 10. All right, so you either go straight at it up the middle in a kind of a tight gap between the trees, or you can go for some type of spike hyzer play if you don't want to have to hit a tight gap and kind of go over those small trees and then have it spike in. So yeah, that's kind of your options here, and we'll see what I want to do. Try the spike hyzer play, why not? I don't know. We'll see when we get up there. So basically I try to do something that I do not have a strong enough arm to do because I'm way short. But I think that's the play. It's probably the easiest one if you can throw it that far, but I can't. So I got a long putt here. So I want to see if I could actually make a putt through this fort.
Oh.
All right, so now we're on hole 11, one of the longer holes on the course. It's a par 3. I radar gunned it at, our range found it at 360. You can kind of see the top of the basket, but there's like this sloping hill. But yeah, you can still kind of pretty much just go straight at it, and you just got to make sure you get your distance to get down there. This is definitely one of those ones that I'm probably not really expecting to birdie just because I don't really quite have the arm to get 360 consistently. Usually I'm like 325 to 340 on a like perfect throw, so we'll see what we can do though. I haven't. Did you see where I landed?
You're over the hill. I didn't see it bounce up or anything.
Yeah, I threw that really low, or not like really low. It is kind of a low ceiling anyway to take that, but we'll see. It might be good. I don't know. I think I'm definitely getting a par at least from wherever I'm at, but
yeah,
we'll see when we get down there. Yeah, so distance is still something I'm very much struggling with still. So with it being 360 feet to the basket, I got maybe just over 300, and I still got like another 50, 60 feet to the basket, so tough one. Distance is very much something I still need to kind of narrow down. I want to at least get to like that 400 range at some point, so I don't know, maybe one day.
Ah, so close.
Yep, that's gonna be a par. All right, so now we're at hole 12. It's 230-ish feet. It's pretty downhill, but it's also severely left. It's actually blind from the tee. So basically you have to kind of be to the left of that center tree in the fairway and then have it kind of skip up, and then that should get you to the basket for a birdie putt. Definitely one I want to get after last couple of holes be a little bit difficult for me. Try to keep the score going the right direction. Not sure. We'll see when we get up there. I don't know if I skipped enough. All right, so we got up here pretty good. Should be able to get this birdie as long as I don't do something silly. Slow down and do a good putt.
Nice.
There we go. That's 6 down, I guess.
Yep.
All right, so now we're at hole 12. It says 280 on the scorecard, and I think it's a little shorter than that. But, I mean, that's what the thing says. I'll actually look real quick. Get out the old Bushnell rangefinder. If you want to hook me up with a sponsorship, Bushnell, we can talk. No, you're right. Okay, dang.
280?
It's like 265, so I mean, it's not like drastically off. The sign says 215, so I mean.
They're way off.
I mean, that's definitely not accurate.
Yeah.
So, Just gotta go up the middle. I mean, there's like 3 guardian trees right in front of the basket. You can either go around it to the right or around it to the left and then try to skip to the basket. I want to try to go around it to the left with the forehand because that's just how I'm going to be more accurate on hitting the gap. So, see if we can do it. Hard to go to the right side beforehand. That works. All right, so not the best tee shot. I definitely didn't flex it left enough, so I wound up finishing way more right than I wanted to, but it still got into a pretty good position, just didn't quite get the distance I would have wanted. I didn't quite flex it the way I needed. Got a slight downhill putt. I don't know, like 25. Elevation putts are not really my forte, but you know, now or never, I guess.
Oh,
Okay.
beautiful.
Man, I don't know where this putting was on my SmackDown tournament video. But I did get new putters actually because I had to retire my other one because it got a crack in it. And I just, after SmackDown, even though I kind of announced on like Instagram and stuff that I was going to take a break, I did, but I was putting in my backyard every day from that point forward. And so, you know, it's kind of working out at least. All right, so now we're on hole 14. It is somewhere between 260 and 280. And it's basically straight ahead. Seems like the left side's more open, so the forehand is probably the play. Yeah, I just need to make sure because I don't want to flex it too much and get stuck in the woods on the left, but I need distance. So, I don't know, we're just going to try it with the felon, just see if I can get up there. Uh-oh. Yikes. All right, so I just threw that way too nose up and way too high, so I just got nowhere really. So now I have like kind of a tough straddle putt situation. All these branches in the way, and I have to straddle out to the right to have a look. And really, I'm not trying to run this one too hard. I just kind of want to give it a safe bid and make sure I get my par at this point. Oh. Like I said, just didn't want to do anything too crazy. Give it a chance. I did. And I didn't make too bad of an error, so I can still tap in for par. So that works.
Okay.
All right, so we're at hole 15. Kind of a shorty. I don't know if you can really see it on the phone with the sunlight the way it is. But it's basically straight up there to the left of that green. I guess it's a garbage bin, whatever. So yeah, pretty short, just over 200 feet, but plays uphill, so plays a little longer than, I guess, a 200. And yeah, it's one of those ones that's kind of right there in front of you and you feel like you should be getting. So that's what we're going to try to do.
Whew.
Should be right there. All right, here we go. Pretty much a freebie as long as I'm not dumb.
Yay.
All right, so I don't know what that puts me at now, but...
I think it's -8 now.
Oh, dang. All right, well, we're doing good things. All right, so now we're at hole 16, about 370 feet plus it's uphill. To me, this is definitely the hardest hole on the course. Just a lot of trees in the way, in the middle of the fairway, and it requires a good amount of distance, and it's a par 3. We got a little bit of a tailwind right now, I think, based on what I'm feeling. You can also go like really wide hyzer over the road, I guess, if you want to try to avoid all these trees in front of you. So yeah, I don't know yet. We'll see. My goal here is just to get my par and get out of here. Definitely not expecting a birdie on this hole, but I just don't want to ruin your score. Also, these woods on the left-hand side are thick. You get that? All right, so I threw the hyzer over the road to try to avoid having to hit any of the gaps on the fairway, which obviously could have been risky if it didn't come back, but it actually did. I had a bit of a tailwind, so I was able to stable it out and bring it back in, and it's probably the closest I've ever been to the basket off the tee. I'm still, you know, well outside, like really good putting range, but again, I was playing for par anyway, so the fact that I even have a chance at maybe a birdie is definitely a progress for me based on last time I played here. All right, we'll take the far and move on. All right, so now we're at hole 18, the final hole. It's a little under 250 feet. It's really downhill, and you have basically two options. You can either go right of this big tree and have a backhand that kind of just spikes down, or you could throw a forehand through this hole right here to the left of that big bush blob and go to the basket that way. It's obviously a blind shot. The basket's somewhere behind that blob of shrubbery. I actually don't know where it is off the top of my head. So yeah, you have a couple different options. Let's see what we can do. The forehand gap looks like a lot of fun, so that's what I'm going to try to do. Could
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, threw it in around.
All right, here we go. Options.
There. There we go.
All right, let's go see our results. So, I definitely didn't anticipate how close to the bush the basket was. Like, I basically needed to drop as soon as I got to the end of the bush line. So I definitely pushed both pretty deep, especially the backhand. But let's have a chance to birdie from here. Got to end on a positive note.
Oh.
Barely,
yes.
but it got in. So that puts me at 9 under for the round, which is awesome. Because I think the best I've ever shot here, like, 6 to 8 months ago, was like maybe 3 under or so. I have to go back and look at old scorecards and compare. So yeah, I definitely shot pretty well today. I really, like, when I got to that 8 under mark, I was really wanting to get to 10 under just to say I got double digits under par. So I was pretty close to that. If I would have made that one stupid 25-foot putt on hole 17, that would have been my 10 under right there. So I was pretty close to it. So all in all, pretty happy. It was a fun day. Again, great course, very beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please follow, subscribe. At the time of me releasing this, I'm very close to that 500 subscriber mark. So hopefully you can do that. Again, if you haven't seen it yet, in the description below, I did my first disc golf commentary gig. And so I'll put those links down there so you can check that out, because that's something I do want to pursue more in the future. And yeah, just stick around, and I'm sure I'll have some more content for you sooner rather than later. Thanks.